We've been talking about teasers a lot lately, and Motiv dropped one of their own a few days ago which said something out of this world is approaching. Completely new, uncharted, a star is about to be born. Today that ball has been revealed to be the Nebula, so we're going to cover all the information to get you an idea what's coming. Now typically I get stuff a couple weeks early so I can get out and throw the ball and get a video done, but apparently there was a lot of demand from distributors which backed them up a bit, so we just got the ball a day or two ago. Haven't had a chance to get out and throw it yet, but hopefully this holds you over in the meantime. For starters, regardless of how you feel about the marketing, almost everything with this ball is new. New core, new cover variation at least. Now, first of all, it's symmetric, but the core is dual density, so the bottom part of the core where you can see the color difference, that's thicker and heavier basically. You've seen other cores that have flip blocks or pucks on the bottom to help generate some extra oomph when the ball hits friction. 250 RG, 045 differential, and 15 pounds, so strong numbers but not mega strong. This is still going to be a half step down off of something like a Raptor or a Forge. The cover is dark matter propulsion pearl, and they say it's the sharpest, cleanest, most angular cover they've ever made, in addition to saying it's not just an incremental improvement, it's significantly faster than anything that they've made before. They recently had the propulsion FYJ that was on the Raptor Rush and Primal Rage Evolution, and it was the strongest, sharpest cover that they'd made, but this one is the cleanest, sharpest cover, so it's definitely going to be weaker than FYJ, but it's still the propulsion formula base. Now on the ball chart, it's right next to the PR Evo. The core in the Rage is weaker, but the cover on the Nebula should be weaker, so it would make sense to have them kind of sideways of each other, but with the Nebula being faster. Motiv never misses with the optics, everything always looks amazing, and this one definitely does too. It's hard to see in the picture, but the logos are more of a pinkish or salmon color than the orange that it kind of looks like, and it's not black, it's a deep or dark sparkle kind of color, kind of like a dark code. Just another winner here, and once you walk into a shop and hold one in your hands, you'll see what I mean. Now to hit the promotion or marketing angle like I have recently with other companies and products, I'll bring the same energy, but this is kind of par for the course recently. You tease something to get some buzz and interest going, then you have the announcement a couple days later. The difference here is that when Motiv put out the teaser, nobody had any idea what it was, so no leaks, no ads, etc. Then it was announced a couple days later, so they didn't make you wait long, and the Nebula will be their focus until it releases on November 26th. They didn't pull any kind of a bait and switch by teasing one ball, then announcing something else, while going back radio silent on the first one, and while Brunswick does something similar with their brands, a few teasers the week before the announcement, everything for that month gets announced at the same time, it all releases on the same day, so it all gets the same opportunity for attention, and then both Motiv and Brunswick give their releases a couple weeks to breathe after they release, so everything gets its own time in the sun. Now, is the marketing still pretty sensational and heavy-handed for what's still ultimately going to be a bowling ball that's probably not going to do or be anything revolutionary when it comes to ball reaction? Yeah, definitely. It'd be disingenuous to suggest otherwise. Could it still be something radically different when it comes to typical Motiv ball reaction? Absolutely. Having been in the industry and even just seeing what it takes to get people to click on a video, this is just a response to the consumer. People complain about the number of balls that get released, sensational marketing, clickbait, and whatever else, but all those things are a direct response to what it takes to get people's attention. They make more balls because you buy them and because you stop buying the old ones. For example, the original Idol only sold 20 units worldwide in the last 2 months it was in the catalog, but when it got discontinued, people screamed bloody murder and got upset and wondered why they discontinue such a great ball. It's because it sold 20 balls in the world in 2 solid months. If you don't buy a product, that tells the manufacturer it's not wanted anymore, and if it's not wanted anymore, why would they keep making it? Regardless of what they say, people want fresh and different, even if it's not necessarily new. People gloss over stuff that's not hard-hitting, mysterious, or bold and in their face. People skip over videos that don't have eye-catching thumbnails and sensationalist titles, and I know this for an absolute fact because my numbers have fallen off the last few years because I've refused to take the full plunge into clickbait. However, when I want to make a video scene to make a point, I go full blast, and naturally it gets crazy traffic. People complain about marketing, but they respond to it. They complain about all the balls that get released constantly and say it's just the same stuff repackaged, but still buy them anyway. They say they hate clickbait, but that's all they click on. However, if a company delivers, in this case, everything would be forgiven. Motiv put up a great teaser, got you excited, didn't keep you in suspense too long, and announced something sleek and sharp that looks great, and if it reacts great too, even if it's not anything revolutionary, you're still going to be happy. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in the review.